drunken dragon call our woke in the frost with an axe in hand. Fire in our hearts and no clear plan. Shield mates roaring, blades held high. Chaos walks where the brave don't die. From Valheim's halls to shrouded deep, we fight like fools and never sleep. Dragons fly, the meat flows fast. This ride ain't clean, but damn it lasts. Raise the flag, the dragon flies. Drunken legend never die. We came, we fall, we rise again with blood, with jokes, with battle friends. Drunken dragon, coming From swamps to stars and barren moons, we build our chaos brick by rune. No guide, no rules, no fear, no shame. Just laughter echoing through the game. DDG, DDG. Drunken dragon rides with me. Grab your axe, your bow, your friend. The madness never has to end. Raise the flag, the dragon flies. Drunken legends never die. We build, we break, we fall in style and respawn laughing all the while. Drunken dragon, getting So here's your warning, don't expect calm. We bring the thunder, not the boom. Hit that sub and grab your gear. The drunken dragon's always
I'll go figure. As soon as I go live, my connection drops. What has happened to my connection? Are we here? Everything looks good over here, except for that upload speed. Okay. Oh, no, upload speed's coming back. Okay, I think we're okay. Anyhow, what we're going to be working on, we are going to be working on goods. We're going to be working on this vitality potion here. So that's going to be fruit wine, quicklime powder. So it's just fruit wine and quicklime powder. So we don't know how big this thing's going to have to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw out some tables here. Kind of get them running along like this. Kind of have this as a plan for the end. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, how are we looking at our upload speed? Round quest. Oh, we can actually do this one. Okay, we can get some extra money. Pulleys, healing potions, charcoal. Oh yeah, I didn't have the healing potions doing. I didn't have them filling a box. Kind of wish I had done that. It's 40. How many does it want? 25. Oh, yeah, we got more than enough. All right, 65 pulleys. And 150 charcoal. Oh, we don't have charcoal going into a box. Oh, you can't just hold down E either. But it gets us some quick cash, so. $18, $19, $20. All right. Oh, I need 150. Okay, let's come back over here. 48, 49, 50. Alright, there we go. And this will help clear out our pocket too. So, there we go. And then we can throw this money in here. Wow. We have almost filled up our metal storage box. Alright, now, back to our project over here. So, the question is, how do I want to do this? It's pretty certain I need to make clay. So, let's get rid of these 2 rows of boxes. Might have to... Alright, Sarah. Hey, SNY, how are you? Alright, so this is going to have... I'm running entirely off theory here. We're going to rotate this way. And this. That way. Okay. Yeah, doing pretty good. Wait a second. Why am I building the second one? All right, let's start with the fruit wine. So I am assuming I'm going to need clay. So that's going to be a grinder up here. Oh yeah, we're doing good. All right, that's going to be a grinder up here. So we got a stone crusher. And then this is going to have grinders. We can only have so many grinders. We're going to try to keep this as a tight build this time, rather than the sprawling builds that I've been doing. Like this. This is going to need crucibles. Which means got a small conveyor belt here, like that. And then get a tall conveyor belt. Oh, that's... Okay, we're going to have to do it that way. Then a table saw. Okay. And then it's going to get a little teleporter thing. Like that. This is going to be buying wood. That goes like that. Alright, now we have to have a way for money to make it across to here. Yes, this is the game I was talking about. Now we got to figure out the logistics on this. So, easiest way to do this one is going to be the drawbridge conveyor, like that. Aww. Shoot. That just says invalid position. What if I... Shoot. It won't let them overlap. But I think... yeah, that should work. There we go. That way it builds right over top of that table saw. Now this one, that's going to go to 4 of them. These 3 are going to get all combined together. And run like that. Alright, that gets us our stone and our charcoal. Now, we need the assembler. Making clay. Now, we do this. I really hope this is going to work. That goes like that, and that goes like that. Okay. Now, with that being made, now we can do the nursery. I suspect we're going to need 2 of these. So we're going to put 2 side by side here. Oh, I need to go grab the seeds. Which means I also need some money in my pocket. So let's grab a little bit of cash in our pocket. Red currant. And red currant. Alright, so that's how that works. Oh, okay. X this. That way it splits it. There we go. So now we can give it a little bit of time for the fertilizer to build up. And now we gotta go check our recipe again. Alright, fruit wine. This is made in an extractor. Nothing on here says that this requires heat. I gotta grab some more glass. Kind of wondering if I need to do this. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Okay. Looks like that's working. I haven't done anything with pipelines yet, so don't know how it works. Alright, so our next thing to go and look at then that thing's going as fast as it can. Alright. Alright, give me just a moment, grab a quick smoke, and then I'm gonna think about this quick climb thing. May have made this table too big. For the quicklime is going to be stone. So we got to do another crusher, which is going to need another input, which is going to need another belt for money going to it. Okay, so it's going to need a belt line for money. So we're going to have to work that out. But it's also going to need to have a heating source, which means I'm going to have another. I have to have another table saw. Which also might mean that I have to have charcoal. We might have to split that line. Take one line of charcoal to feed the furnace for the quicklime. Because I am fairly certain it is going to need something hotter than just planks. But at least we can run that belt up underneath the table. And then this stuff's supposed to go into a blender. And that'll make the vitality potions. At which point we'll have a new thing that we can sell. Weird, I mean, it feels complicated, but it's not. It seems pretty straightforward. Quicklime powder goes to the quicklime. How do we get quicklime? Quicklime. Here it is. Alright, quicklime is stone in a crucible. Okay. And that makes quicklime. Then quicklime powder. Oh, quicklime powder is something we can actually sell. I am not certain that... Alright, so it needs crucibles. So... Alright, so let's do this. Alright, let's put stone furnace here. A little further up. So I've got enough room for the belt. I did not leave myself room for a grinder. Because this goes there. And this will go here. Right. And then we're going to drag from this to there. And that goes there like that. Now we gotta get crucibles on here. Right. which means what I should do, we're going to put down some crates. So that'll be easier. Alright, then put another stone crusher here. And then attach that there. This is going to be getting limestone. Oh, Alexander, thank you for the subscription. All right. So we're going to pull off of there to feed into there. Then we're going to come from here to there to those crucibles. Then we're going to do this. Now, we're going to put down grinders. After I go grab some planks. Oh, I'd already loaded it up. Okay. We have got to get rid of some stuff in our pocket. What can we get rid of? Alright, let's get rid of this. We're going to go ahead and toss these. I hate doing that because they cost money, but hey, Pipe. Hey, robots. Alright, now that I've got the crucible set up, now I want to set up grinders. Oh, that's going to be tough. I think we're going to have to do a little bit of a rearranging type thing. So we're going to do this. I don't think that's ever going to back up, but like that. Ah, start a new job. Congrats. Fuel's lasting just long enough, so that's perfect. Okay, now go, how do I want to do this? Because next is a blender. Let's try going with 2 of them. And then I'm gonna want a box. I know, for certain. And then I need another box. Like that. That's supposed to start filling in that box, but it's also going to pull off of here and feed into those. And both of these feed into this. Recipe. Wow, I want 600 fruit wine a minute. Okay, this makes 100 per minute. So, okay, how does this work? Okay. So how do I... How does that work again? Alright, so if I switch form... Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Got that constructed now. Alright, now... Oh, we aren't making that. We are not cooking that nearly as fast as I thought we would be. Oh, because the fire keeps going out. Okay, let's try this. no idea if that's going to work. I feel like this needs a second table saw. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's do that to be safe. Alright. Right here. Alright, then the output. That. Well, that'll ensure the crucibles up here are getting the wood they need. And honestly, if we're going to do it that way, then I think what we can do is take this, have that table saw filling that stone furnace, and then have this table saw just filling up the crucible. It follows its own logic. This line's going to run out of charcoal. Well, maybe not. Not now that we're making a whole lot more. Because we're not dividing the table saw between the two things. So that action might still work into our advantage. Alright, we'll see. These are waiting on red currants. It seems to be working. Oh yeah, we've made 9 vitality potions now. And we got a handful of quicklime powder there. I think we would have to expand this a little bit. And then we need more charcoal. Oh man, that gets complicated. This might be something that we let it run. But we're going to put a potion shelf there. And we're going to put a medium shelf right next to it, like that. Might be a little close. But we're going to wait a little bit for stock to build up. Alright, while waiting for stock to build up, we're going to check our missions here. I want to check this. I want to get this main quest finished here because I want to see if that'll actually take us to. I want to see if it actually takes us to the next level in the demo. I don't have any boxes holding on charcoal powder, and for only 2,800, I'm not worried about that. 450 charcoal. Alright, now this is where I'm thinking I might want to do this. Alright, let's remove and then put down a box. Alright, I should get this filling up with charcoal, because we keep on having missions for charcoal. And not small amounts of it. Alright, so if we make it to level 5, let's take a look in here shopping wise. That's level 6. That's level 7. Level 9. Level 8. Level 7. Level 8. Level 8. That's level 6. Level 5. We get rotten logs. Level 5. Those do not look healthy at all. Okay. So, at level 5, we get rotten logs added into our materials. Now, double check this. Sort that. I'll throw that away. Go ahead and throw those away. Hold on to that. Okay. You know, they just take up too much space in my pocket. Alright. That gives us extra space in our pocket. Okay, so this project here didn't require nearly as much space as I thought it was going to. But I'm also taking note that I am not producing as much quicklime as I thought that I was going to. So what I think we're going to do here, we're going to back this up. Oh, wait, let's do this. Build. Alright. Confirm. Save as blueprint. Alright, now, we're going to remove this. And we're going to remove this. Okay. Because what we're going to want to do is we're going to put down... Oh, this thing's not going to like me doing this. put down another furnace. Then we're going to split this line. I seriously don't think this is going to work. More crucibles. Like that. Gonna hook up there like that. Alright, now blueprints, stone crush, build. That will go right there. Load those up before they keep filling my pocket. And let's try doing this. Well, looks like the charcoal is still doing its thing, so I guess we're okay over here. Oh. We're not getting enough fertilizer. And of course, silly me, built this too tight. Oh, I see. Because we're not getting enough sand. Alright. Well, then let's pull this out to the side a bit. We're going to add some more grinders. Okay. Made a little over 3,000. Okay. See what that does. It's not really splitting it evenly, is it? And it's guaranteeing more sand coming in, which means more clay, which means more red current. Right, see how this is working for the crucibles over here. All right, this is working okay. So the reason this thing isn't running is because it's not getting enough sand. Does this need another stone crusher? Oh, if it does, that's... If it does, that's going to be a problem. I think it does need another one, though. But then we got to think about how we're going to run the belt line. Okay, where... Alright, we're going to do this, and then we'll figure out the portal. Alright, so another stone crusher. Put them just side by side, like that. And then we're going to remove that belt for a second. That'll go there. And this one will be the other four. Now, to make this work, it's going to have to run like this. And this have to come down like that, make a turn, and head in like that. It's going to be a lot of extra limestone being purchased because it's going to want to fill the belt. But oh, look at that. I actually had limestone in my pocket. And the output will bring all the sand. So this should actually get all the grinders running at a pretty steady pace, I think. So trying to get it where the machine making clay just runs. It doesn't have that pause that it has there. Because that clay is what we have to have to ensure that these keep running non-stop. And by these running non-stop, it'll help keep these running non-stop. And by having the limestone running the way we've got it, you're getting crushed. Hopefully, that's going to do what we want. All right, that's got 60 potions currently. So we are really close to getting our level up. Always got to double check my money box. which what may wind up happening, I might have to make 2 metal storage boxes for money. Actually, because I'm already kind of concerned about it, I wonder if I should just go ahead. Alright, that way we make sure we got plenty of room for any overflow on cash. And it's very much an honor system. Dude, that hair. Actually, his hair was kind of combed down a bit, you know. He was a bit tamer than that other guy's. I don't think I'm going to be making enough of this fast enough to be filling up a potion sales area. I hope everybody's had a good Wednesday. For some reason, my brain keeps on thinking it's Thursday. I guess I'm just ready to be done with the week. Well, now on the plus side, thinking about this, and it's going to take a while, but once this box fills up with quicklime powder, then all the excess, because the belt's going to back up, and then all that quicklime's all going to be going here. Ah, yes, that's what I was worried about. Okay, so what we're going to have to do... Oh, round planks. Hey, Christy. How are you? Good to see you. I'm building catapults to hurl my products into shelves. Oh, yeah, little shovels. Now, I'm getting close to being able to level up. So when we get to level 5, that is if level 5 is available in the demo. I don't know. I was trying to do some research on it earlier today, and nobody can say where the demo ends at. So we'll be able to do the Athenors, yeast powder, turquoise, shapers, jewelry shells, gloom spores, coke. Okay, mergers and splitters, that's fantastic. Those will be handy. Oh, here we go. You get your steel ingots. So get us our steel gears. But then we can make cannons to hurl our product onto shelves. Longer throw distance, 2 conveyor belt inputs, and no angle restrictions. Okay, I like the fact of no angle restrictions. That's one of the things that's been driving me nuts with catapults, the angle restrictions. So, but then you got all this stuff over here in level 6 with the blast furnace, and they've got so much in here. Stackable crucible. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Reinforced platform. Oh, that'll be handy. Okay. Growth potions. And then you got tier 7 here with all these additional things. It's a lot to look at and see what you're going to be able to do later in game. And it goes all the way up to tier 9. Now, here's the funny part. So it goes up to tier 9, but I can't scroll down any farther. So there's an ether shaper. Okay, emeralds, sapphires, rubies. Oh wow, panacea. That is an impressive item, but that's all the way down to the end of the game, level 9. And it takes a little while to get to these levels. We can make gold coins. Okay. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really hoping that we can at least do level 5 during the demo. But man, that's asking for a lot because they've already got so much in it. Yeah, well, that was the thing. You do the tutorial. But the thing is that with this current demo, because this demo is different than the one that was available in August. The one that was available in August ended at level 4, where we're at right now. But from what I was gathering is that this current demo honestly seems to give you the whole game. But thank you. Yeah, so you can keep going and keep working on different products and stuff. The question is where does it stop you at the research level? So cause I would expect with it being a demo that there's going to be a point in that research tree that it's going to stop. Now, if it doesn't, well, I'm extra excited, and I'll definitely be tossing them a couple coins when the game releases on Friday. Just because, it's a fun little game. I'm still having trouble figuring out. I love the fact that they've included multiplayer in it. But there's things in here, the way the game runs, the way that it's built and everything, I have a hard time seeing what a second person would do. Until you get in a late game and start doing some really crazy conveyors and stuff. Then I'd probably want to tap Tundra's shoulder going, hey man, you want to come try out this game with me and help me fix my conveyors? It is, Christy. It's something I've really been enjoying. I do want to experiment with the multiplayer, but again, the multiplayers, I'm kind of torn because it feels like you really need to get to a certain point in the game before you start actually doing multiplayer. Because at the beginning of the game, there's really only enough stuff to do for one person. You got two people trying to do the stuff, you're just going to be standing around staring at each other. Unless, no, I take that back. At the beginning of the game, one person could be working on building the little factories for the initial things that we're making, and the other person could make sure that the shelves are staying constantly stocked. That would be a benefit, because that was one of my problems, where I wasn't getting enough money because I wasn't keeping up with my shelves. I'd be so focused on a build, and now I run my shop, wondering why nobody's buying anything. Or worse, I have a really long line, and people complain because the queue was too long, because I never came in to do the to run the cash register. But now we're at the section of the game where they've got self-checkout, and I don't have to worry about that. You could make competing shops. You're right. But the advancement, the progression in the game, that's actually a cool idea. I like that. Making competing shops. I actually like that idea a lot. And the reason I haven't hooked up the catapults yet is because I want to get enough in here. I need 2 more vitality potions to level up. Get off your sister. Excuse me. Sorry, cats are terrorizing each other. Oh my goodness, look at all the wood and stone that I purchased this time around. Jeez. Alright, we got 100 vitality potions. Let's go turn them in. See what happens. Submit. Level up. Alright, we're up to 5. New materials, rotten logs, and silver coins. We can make our own coins. Thank you for playing Alchemy Factory. This concludes the content prepared for this demo. You're welcome to continue exploring. Please note that the following sections are still under development. We can't guarantee that save data from the demo will carry over to the full release. Okay, so we hit the actual end of the demo now. But what does that mean? Oh, okay. So we can still do our researches and stuff. Yes, I had to use a dad voice. Yeast powder is made at the blender. Oh, okay. So the way that read says, hey, you can keep doing stuff here, you can keep advancing, you can keep doing all the stuff, but you won't necessarily get to keep your save. And I get that. I didn't expect the save from the demo to go over into the full game. See, that guy looked like George Clooney. Okay, well, guess in that case we will go ahead and run our conveyor here, and then run our conveyor there. And we'll see what happens. Jeez, that's a lot of vitality potions that you bought there. Man, you trying to clear all my shelves. Jeez. So we did finally manage to find where the quote-unquote end of the demo is, but looks like it's going to let us keep doing our stuff. He does. He needs that, you know, I'm kind of glad that they didn't make the vitality potion blue. You know. Like, if you know, you know. This machine is not getting... Oh, it is. It's getting some. Alright, so what if I do... Let's... How's our inventory looking? Alright, sort our inventory. Alright, now let's go grab some money out of the box. Give me 20,000 to work with. Alright, let's get some researches done. Whew, that is expensive. Athenor, start the research on that. Start the research on that. Start the research on that. Start research on that. Each of those is going to take a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get out of your way. I'm not producing nearly enough vitality potions. Now, before we go into making our new stuff, we still need to make soap. So, more factory. Lots more factory. Now, what I wanted to do was to build an upstairs area on this building to be able to have secondary factories being run up there, and then have belts bring materials down. So this bottom floor will remain the customer area. You can see I put railings up to keep the customers out of the factory area. this is a fun game, and it's the easiest way to explain what I think of it. It's so nice and chill. All right, using crafting, that goes into a table saw, and it produces gloom fungus and planks. A lot of planks. Wow. Oh, but it takes 400 seconds for it to saw one log. Okay. Right, gloom fungus. We don't know what it's used to make yet. But then how do I get the belt to separate gloom fungus from planks? Silver coins, crafted that, used in craft. Yeah, okay. We have no way to make silver coins. It makes it look like you can make them, but it's, yeah. I'll say, if it lets me craft my own currency, that's going to be kind of silly. Why did I grab all that money? I've got 61,000 sitting in my pocket because each silver coin is worth 1,000 copper. Ah, okay. Then let's do this. Start research. Start research. Get our splitters and mergers going. Gloom spores. Put those in line. Then the transformation potions. This will be what we want to make. Oh, that looks fairly inexpensive. Can't tell what that powder is, but the transformation potion, we get those, and we can expand our backpack. Planks, small cogs. They're relics, but they're also worth 20 silver. So I can work with that. Steel ingots. Oh, has a percentage chance. Has a percentage chance. That's an interesting thing with some of these items here where it's got the percentage chance where, you know, like you look at this, 50% coke, 50%, it'll go back to being charcoal. But it looks like it's charcoal powder goes in the athanor, and half of it will come out as coke, and half of it will come back out as charcoal. Now that means that I can take the charcoal and run it back through a grinder and run it right back into the athanor to keep making more coke. So add that to our research. We'll burn through all that silver we got. Oh, but did the carpenter give us a new quest? No. Okay, 100 transformation potions, 30 vitality. Okay, well, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, so glass and vitality potion. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere with vitality potions. We need... Oh, now we're low on charcoal over here. Oh, I'm not making enough wood. I want to see something. You know, 200, 400 seconds, 160 to 400 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to. Koshia. I hope I said that right. Okay, well then, let's X this out. Give me 2 portals. Ah, okay. Wood. Here, I supply wood. Alright, that guarantees our charcoal production. Jeez. It wasn't getting enough. That should keep that running a little bit better. Just give it a little bit of time to work itself out. Because if we're not getting the charcoal powder we need, then we're not getting the clay we need, which means we're not getting the juice we need to be able to make the potions we need. Hold on. Alright. Clay. 432. 432. Okay, so that doesn't change anything. Coke. Okay, it's a combustible, so it's got a good heat value. Oh, wow. That could absolutely be worthwhile. So you make charcoal powder. Oh, this is going to take an interesting system. Charcoal powder to So, all right. So that y'all know what I'm thinking here. So my thought process here is to build a second floor, but I'm going to build a little factory, a bigger factory that is going to be making the charcoal powder with an ethanol, which then will give us the coke. So we get 50% coke, 50% charcoal. We'll rerun the charcoal back through the grinders, so that it doesn't back up. Then we're going to take this coke and we're going to get it into one of those large metal storages, so that it kind of has a good store going. And then we're going to take that and run it with some conveyors or with the lifts and have that brought downstairs to fuel all of our stone furnaces, which will give them plenty of heat so it won't slow down. Because what I'm looking at, when you look at this, so charcoal powder has a heat value of 48. Charcoal itself has a heat value of 40, right? But then you look at the coke, and the coke has a heat value of 720. So it'd be really worthwhile to go with the coke to make that happen. Oh, yeah. I hear you there, Pi. All right, we've not unlocked a better... Oh, geez, that takes healing potions plus lime water to make turquoise. Okay. Yeah, so now this is when we're going to start removing some of these other buildings, and they'll have their own specialized set of factories inside of them, all built together just to make one product. So, I mean, this is the point in the game where I feel like this is when you'd want to look at having the multiplayer happening. Because now, so much to do and focus on, it would help to have that extra person. Say, all right, you go build a thing that's going to, go build a factory that's going to be making this, and then we'll transport that across the road over to here. Alright, we're going to get these researches done, because I want all these researches. Once those are done, then, you know, we'll have researched everything at this level. So to give a for instance, so we have built a basic little factory here, trying to figure out our most optimal way of running. See, I've got one stone furnace that's not staying full. This one's already got a backlog on the belt. I'd love to see that back up a little bit more. Alright, now, the ethanol. What does the ethanol want? Alright, it consumes heat, so we gotta have it set on the chance of failure. Alright, failed products go through the second output. Okay, so that makes it easy. Other than the fact that we gotta have a stone furnace. And this one where I kind of, I kind of want to experiment with this just to make the Coke. Because you gotta have 2 stone furnaces no matter what. Wall-mounted support device. Oh, here we go. This is how I have to get rid of all these walls and windows, but we'd be able to line up shelves, and we could run conveyors on them. And then lifts, and that kind of, okay. I don't know why I'm researching that. That they enhance durability. That it doesn't seem to actually have anything relevant in the game. Let's go see how our boxes are looking over here. Alright, so these two. This is obviously the popular cash register. Okay. Oh, vitality potions are starting to stock up. Yeah, I bet so. Man, that's right, it's a new day. Now we've leveled up. Aww. I was hoping that we'd have another carpenter quest to get more billables. Alright, so the carpenter's done with us. Alright, start the research on the rock stand. Six conveyor put inputs, 1 conveyor put output. A relic selling shelf with adjustable sizes. Now, okay, looking at the shaper. One thing I would really like to have available in the game that I haven't seen yet. I'd like to be able to hang the conveyors off the ceiling. So, you know, if I go ahead and build a second floor, so now I have a ceiling inside this room to be able to actually run conveyors across the ceiling. So, bear with me a moment. I'm grabbing a quick smoke shot. It's been one of those days, it's been one of those weeks. Rush home so that I could make it home in time to be at the Christmas parade that my kids were in. But hey, the shipper is going to pay us 20 silver. I'll take that. Because I mean, 20 silver, that's 20,000 copper. That's a nice little chunk of change. I'm pretty certain that I am making enough of everything needed to make this Jupiter relic that we could go ahead and set up the shaper and run materials to it. But try to figure out how to run the materials to it. Could be a little bit of a challenge. And I'd really like to see what somebody that plays more. Hey, I love my factory games. Don't get me wrong. I love playing Satisfactory. I love playing those games. But I'd love to see what somebody that has more experience with those games would do with this. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Mrs. Dragon sounds upset.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, I'm back. As Mrs. Dragon is fussing at the cat. Now, I've been considering. I'm not sure I've really got a good setup here at my house for this, but I've been considering actually setting up a webcam to kind of have my face down in the bottom corner of the screen somewhere. What do you guys think of that idea? Where y'all could actually see me while I was playing. Just curiosity. And because I know some people have a preference. Some people have a preference to actually see the streamer, to see the person that's creating the content, to see the facial expressions and all that stuff. And some people would rather not see that person. So I've been giving a consideration into adding that to the repertoire come the new year. All right, we need planks. I need a set of stairs. Where will the stairs go? The stairs need to be outside of the sales area. I have covered up pretty much every single spot the stairs could go, except for maybe here. Oh yeah, I can remove the workbench. I can just go upstairs. I'm okay with that. So if I do wooden stairs like that, right? All right, now let's do wooden floor. If I could aim, that'd be great. Alright, we're gonna need a lot of planks for this. Hey, Autumn, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Ah, okay. Gonna go play some Shroud with Q. Nice. I see you'd rather hang out with Q than hang out with me. I see how it is. Oh wait, where did I put the stairs? Stairs. Stairs. Is there a different shape to them or something that I can do? Alright, so then I have to take a look here. Those spots right there. Okay. Not quite at height. Okay. That looks pretty close. Come on. I want to. Not sure what to do here. We're still not making nearly enough charcoal powder. Oh, now that's backed up, so that works. So that should have more charcoal powder being made over here. Yeah, like going all out with the fruit wine. Really getting decent stuff going. Anything I haven't grabbed? No, we've got everything. Okay. Steel gears. Steel ingots. Wow, you only have a 25% chance of getting your actual steel ingots. That's pretty rough. That one's coke powder. This takes charcoal powder. Wow, that's a heck of a build. And it's a 2x2. That's a 1. Okay, that's a 3x3. Okay, I see. Oh. So the height stays the same, but it changes whether or not there's an opening in the middle of it. Okay, I see a purpose behind that. Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, we made a lot more money this time. Let me go grab some extra iron ingots. Now, can I put the stairs down? Now, this should fit perfectly. Of course, I can't see. Should go right there. Yeah, it's lined up. All right. I'm determined now. Yeah, accidentally right-clicked.
Mic off. Mic on.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll try that. Yeah, it's got to be a little wider. I see. I see. Okay. Oh, nope. All right. I'd also like to be able to go from here and drag in a direction like you can with like the conveyors, rather than have to place it down one at a time. I am glad that it doesn't care about structural stability in the game. Alright. Oh my goodness. I don't have time to put all that together right now. Alright, but we got ourselves a nice big open area here now to be able to work with. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree, Kashia. And then having to do some interesting engineering just to get your stairs to make it all the way up to the next floor is, yeah. I appreciate the hint, though. It would have still taken me a little while to experiment with that because I would have been experimenting with the stands for forever. So, no, that's very much appreciated. All right, planks, small wooden gears, wooden pulleys. So, the smart way to do this would be to duplicate my small wooden gears factory here. Which we can actually make extra small. Yeah, we just line that up right there. Alright, let's go buy one of those. Oh, but it wants planks too. Ooh, we're gonna have to make some adjustments. And we don't want to block our... Alright, we got room. Let's do it this way. So I want to make sure I have enough room to pull off of here. So we'll do this. Actually, I like this idea better. Yeah, 'cause it takes up less space. So we're going to do this way. Then we'll have our table saw. Like that. It's gonna look ridiculous, but alright, so there's a shaper. We got lots of toys to play with next time. A shaper. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, I kind of figured. That should be good enough. Alright. Wait. Cancel. X. Oh. Alright, we're not making steel yet, so yeah, we're going to do just a little tiny relic stand. Then planks, small gears, pulleys. Okay. So then we just have to set up I have no idea how good this is going to work, but this was the simplest build that we could do right now before running out of time this evening. Oh, there we go. Fix my microphone. Okay, much better. I'm going to take this thing forever. Alright, I'm going to take a moment to go smoke, chat. Right after we find out our day's earnings and expenses. Yeah, we're still making money. Alright, good. Making good money. And, you know, I realize we're not going to make these relics in a rapid fashion. Requires too much material, first off. But, once it is made, when it sells, that's some serious money. Now, what am I going to do with all that money? Well, that's easy. At this point in time of the game, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go buy more property. So that I can start building little mini factories. Have a factory that's doing nothing but making, say, coke to send out to all the other factories for heating our, you know, for the heat in the furnaces. So now I'm starting to look at kind of breaking things up a little bit and having certain areas focused on making certain things. But I think it'll work. But in order to make it work, I think we're going to have to be making steel. Because we're going to need the steel to make cannons. And since the cannons have an unrestricted angle, that's going to work out pretty cool, really nice. Hey, look at that. It's already backed up. Nice. Okay. Well, that was a pretty easy build with the way we had everything lined up. And since I already had this blueprinted, it made it really easy. Having that blueprinted made it much easier. Ooh, we're 3% of the way. It makes it at 0.1 a minute. Oh my goodness. So it's going to take a minimum of 10 minutes to make this relic. And that's if you had it with 120 planks per minute. So I'm watching it load up. I think we got the gears covered. Looks like we've got the pulleys covered. Yeah. So the planks is where we're kind of choking at. I could... That actually might work. Okay, let's in the sake of that's the same when we playing factory games. I'm always all about my efficiency, you know. But can I fit another box there? I really hope so. We gotta go buy another teleporter stone. Do I have the money on me? I do not have the money on me for it. Alright. Alright, well, I'll pull from that box then. Oh, I did have the money on me. I had the 4 silver still left. Alright, now, if I add a supply portal here, set this to wood, and then oh, that's interesting. I just saw that. We can do money conversions. Okay. All right, that gets a lot more planks going. Pretty much guarantees this stuff's going to start getting backed up. Because now it's going to start getting the planks that it wants. I just don't know if it'd be worthwhile. Because what it looks like we could do I really don't think it's going to be worthwhile right now. But what looks like what we could do, oops. Looks like we could take these two out, right? And then buy a portal sigil. This just doesn't seem like a smart idea. So we can set that up. And then we can go in here and we can go supply and we can say supply silver coins. See? So it'll convert all that copper into silver, and that silver will come down the conveyor belt. I think we need a lot more money coming in before that's a thing. Okay. But I can see the usefulness of it. Yeah, I can absolutely see the usefulness of it. Oh, that cat's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I mean, converting the silver would be good, but you know, when you look in here, that means each stack of copper will be turned into 5 silver. I mean, I'm torn. Could be worthwhile. But then this belt's going to stay pretty empty. Yeah, and now that we've learned how to make the vitality potion, now we need to upscale it because we're not producing nearly enough. And what does this want? Coke powder and gloom spores. Okay. Coke powder and gloom spores. I mean, that's actually not bad. Got a good price on it too. $2.90, $5.90, $2.78, 20 silver. $3.88 for the steel gears. Oh, we haven't got the soap going yet. There's another one that needs sage and flax. Sage and flax will make okay. 200. which means we'd have to have good fertilizer. And the only fertilizer, the best fertilizer we've come across so far is clay. Clay is the best fertilizer. Nutrient value 432, maximum 72. Same thing with clay powder. So then there's no reason to make it in clay powder because clay will work just as good as clay powder. So you need twice as much sand as we need charcoal powder. Soap's not going to be easy to make. What's the heights I can go with a lift? Okay, I'm just running out of materials. It'll let me keep going. Okay. Okay. So we could do this with the hole in the floor. Confirm. Right now, my flooring again, but change the size. Oh, come on. Get in the corner where you belong. Why is it? Really? You're gonna make me do it that way? Well, at least I'll be able to bring the conveyor down. And we'll build a soap factory up there. So, soap factory next time. Oh, okay. Starting to get some stock there. Planks and linen. All right. Well, we're making good money. No doubt on that. Now, we start looking at purchasing 24,000, 24,000, 24,000. Silver, 60,000. 50,000. 50,000. 50,000. 50,000. 60,000. No, that's for sale. Oh, this is 100,000. 100,000. And 100,000. Okay. So 75,000. Roughly. It's 75 minus 3, so 72,000 to unlock that zone there. And then we can focus on some things. But I think we can just kind of focus on, right, random quest. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. And yeah, that's not happening. Alright. Soap. Soap. Pretty awful that I actually had to build that scaffolding, which is bigger than the stairs. Wait, does the scaffolding have a different shape? Is that something I screwed up, but I could have... Nope. No, it has one shape and one height. That's it. Okay. If I delete it, it'll delete the stairs. Yeah, okay. Oh. We're getting places on this. Pulleys are still in good shape. Alright. That was what I was worried about. So we got pulleys, we got planks. What's not happening fast enough is the small gears. Go figure. Oh, large gears is playing plenty fast enough. The problem is that because of the shape of the processor, you don't have a good way to add in a third one. And I can only move this out one square. Hey, we could make that work. Oh, actually, no, we couldn't, because I've got to be able to move it 2 squares. I'd have to have a row of wooden blocks there, so that the conveyor can come over the ledge. because we're reducing the large wooden gears faster than we can use them. So, if I gotta have a way to put in a third processor to make more small wooden gears, that would help improve this. This is moving along pretty good. And I like the fact that you can actually see it slowly growing. That's a cool little thing they put in the game. Huh. Alright, so vitality potion thing needs to be upgraded. That's a given. Just not making nearly enough. There's no point in even having a box to have a backlog because we're just going through it too fast. The other thing that I like and dislike all at the same time with the game. Oh my goodness, that box is just about slam full. Okay, maybe doing the conversion to silver might not be a bad idea. I just don't know how that's going to affect our... I don't know how it's going to affect our coin line. Yeah, that is a tough call. Because this box is almost completely full. That's 4x4. So that's 16 times 5. That's 20,000 per row. That's 80,000. We're going to do this. Since that box is used so little by our customers, we'll start having it go into that third box. That way it gets divided up between the boxes. Yeah, this box is really close to being just completely full. Alright. Which I'm not complaining. And that means we're making money. We could be making more. Wow. Alright, yeah, the quicklime has completely backed up. We are still having a problem. We're still having a problem with charcoal. And with as small as that space is that I've got there, I don't have room. So, okay, in case y'all are wondering what I'm thinking here, I'm thinking logistics. I'm trying to look at the logistics of conveyor belts, materials. Would it be better if I ran, say I ran cash upstairs? I might have to, anyways. But ran cash upstairs, and then had a whole factory just focused on making just ridiculous amounts of charcoal, and then have that charcoal brought down to the spots that need it. When I was doing some research earlier today, though, they brought up a thing that didn't make any sense to me. Because they brought up rail lines. Enhanced grinder. Oh, that sounds handy. Oh. Bronze rivets. Oh. Okay, that's an alternative. Alright. I'm really liking what I'm seeing available here on tier 6. Brandy. Oh. Use brandy to make black powder. Okay. A little sorry here, use brandy to make black powder, but alright. I don't see anything that looks like rail lines. And some of these things I see here, copper powder. Oh. Okay. It's 50-50. You get copper powder or something else. What is that? Oh. Copper powder or copper mash? Okay. Don't know what the second thing is. But that's a pretty easy ask to get copper. And then they have an alternative here. Oh, we can take copper powder to make copper coins. To make copper ingots? This is alternative. Okay. Interesting that we start learning how to do copper after we've done steel. That's interesting. We need more charcoal. I shouldn't have split it. Well, I mean, I could. Okay. I think maybe I'm thinking too hard now. I'm starting to learn the efficiency of this stuff, so now I'm re-looking at some builds. Like, for instance, I'm looking at making a factory that's got like 16 crucibles or 15 crucibles, so it'd be 5. To make charcoal. And one out of those 5 crucibles will actually be feeding all the furnaces. And so then the other 4 let me rephrase that. So I'm looking at stone furnaces. So stone furnace can do 3 crucibles. So I'm going to have one stone furnace that's doing the crucibles, but its output is going to be feeding itself. Along with the others. If I can make it work. And just have a... I'm thinking here, game. I am glad that we're making, pretty solid profit. See, I'm considering. What I'm considering is factories that are dedicated to a specific resource. That resource is going to be shared amongst all factories. So it's, one big factory of charcoal, for instance. Or, now that we got Coke unlocked, I'm really thinking about doing an entire Coke factory. And that Coke is going to fuel any and all furnaces that we add to the map. We'll be able to remove the need for charcoal fueling it. We'll keep because a lot of these we've got them doing a split. But then we gotta figure out our conveyors and all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty certain I'm gonna have to unlock cannons to be able to launch stuff across the road. So yes, right now my brain is in a logistics nightmare, trying to piece together what is going to be the best and most efficient way to make use of these recipes and whatnot. And I'm really thinking that making a Coke factory and having the Coke delivered everywhere, because its heating value is so massively different from charcoal or charcoal powder. That alone will 100% increase the efficiency of all of our factories over here. So I think next time it's going to be build a Coke factory with the recycle setup, and then that will feed all of our furnaces. I think that's going to be our best way to do it. And I think I'm going to do it with lifts. I think we're just going to build a Coke factory upstairs. And then that Coke factory is going to feed all of the furnaces via a lift. I think that's going to be our best bang for the buck. Because then, for instance, this little charcoal factory here, this charcoal factory will be delivering charcoal solely to those two grinders there. And it's a great, for instance, and this table saw and its supply portal will be rendered no longer needed. And it'll keep the furnaces all running non-stop. So I think that's our choice. Because that'll get us our charcoal powder. That'll get us our clay. Might even adjust the build a little bit to where we can have 2 assemblers. Yeah. 2 assemblers. I think we can make this work. Alright, I got some ideas. However, I think tomorrow we'll take a break from this game. Tomorrow we'll play something different. Not sure what. I'm gonna try to hit up Pi and see what he's feeling. Yeah, I think from here we've done quite a bit. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream. We started a little bit later, and we're gonna wrap up a little earlier. But if I were to get myself involved into building another factory, I'd be on for several more hours. So I think here we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Out of curiosity, wooden stands. Does it have a different form? No, there's nothing that hangs off the ceiling. Man, we got nothing that hangs off the ceiling. I would really like a way to be able to hang conveyors off the ceiling. If there was any ask that I had, I think that would be it. Oh wow, this thing's almost finished. So yeah, wow. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, last bit of a build for the night. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and drag this all the way out. Alright. X this. Wait for that to empty. Processing just a hair faster than I can. Okay. Well, we're just going to do that. Alright. Now, I'll do processors. Processor. Like that. Each of these are set making small wooden gears. And I can't, due to my space restrictions here, this is as good as I'm going to get. And then I don't think one extra processor is going to make that much of a difference, but give it a second and I'll get caught up. Well, it does make somewhat of a difference. I think this is still going to get backed up. Yeah. But it gets 50% more gears going in than what we had earlier, so I'm gonna hang out long enough. So we're so close now. I'm gonna hang out long enough for that relic to be finished. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's going to be a problem all on its own, because the relic is worth silver. What does it cost to do these splitters? Okay, it just costs planks. Okay. We got some good shapes for it. Okay. Gotta do something about this charcoal. Just not getting enough charcoal. I mean, it is running pretty quick. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the sand. Okay, I see. Yeah, we need 2 assemblers. And we need to expand our charcoal grinding. We need to expand the charcoal grinding, but we don't have enough charcoal coming in to warrant expanding it. Hey, we're giving these furnaces running no problem. So we're just needing to get this situated so this actually gets enough fertilizer. Okay. Lots of thinking going on there. More thinking than what I want to do after work. Oh, but vitality potions are actually starting to... Okay. Where the hell is that cat now? Oh, she's in the kitchen. That's why it's echoing. All right, let's take a quick moment, grab a smoke, give it a little break on the brain, and give it a think. Part of the reason is that we were really close to having that relic finished, so I'd like to see the relic get completed tonight. Well, because the way I look at it, this thing sells for 20 silver. 20 silver, that's 20,000 copper. That's a plot of land. I mean, yes, I can go empty the boxes of the... I can go empty the cash boxes. But if I can start getting silver... Granted, what that means is that I need to put a splitter on the cash register so that it's not sending silver down the conveyor line. Ain't nothing wrong with sending silver down the conveyor line, but that's silver I could be using. Back to seeing how we did. Shenanigans, how are you? Good to see you. I'm actually in the middle of taking a quick smoke break while I'm waiting for the factory to do a couple things. And we're busy listening to my cat make all kinds of weird noises. Got the one noisy cat and the one really quiet cat. One cat that doesn't know how to shut up, and another cat that doesn't talk at all. Alright, well that's filling up nicely. Ooh, look! It finished. Now what happens when somebody buys it? If is somebody gonna buy it? Because man, that thing's expensive. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let me. I'll go ahead and take that 20 silver coins and stick it in my pocket. Man, because I don't want that going down the conveyor. I'm starting to think I don't need this other cash register. That means I need to have some kind of a splitter on the end of this. All right, let's. Okay, while we're thinking about it. Give me the candle. Give me that candle. Give me that whole counter. Okay. Now, we're just going to remove all that. I don't think this is necessary, but I'm going to do it anyways. Hey! Just because I remove the counter doesn't mean you get to just saunter your way through there. Fine, I'm going to put down some boxes. You don't get to walk through there. Alright, now I want to have, as silly as this looks, but it just makes sense to me. I want a splitter. Oh, no, a filter splitter. Here we go. Alright, so alright, so I should be able to hook that up right there. Choose item. Okay, we gotta figure out how this thing works. Okay, that's not working. Other way around. No. You know what? I'm going to do it with a really, really tiny box for now. I don't know how much the silver stacks to. But at least that way, the silver is not going on the conveyor line. Right? Exactly, Pi. The fact that somebody came and bought it really kind of shocked me. But we got 24,000. So having 24 silver coins available, we can come over here, and that space now belongs to us. We're going to do the smart thing so we don't forget. Well, apparently we're going to go get some more materials. Yeah, I will admit that at this stage in the game, I can see the appeal to having an extra person with you. Because now there's a lot of projects to work on. So yeah. This is where I could absolutely see having the extra person, opening up some space and whatnot. Because I mean, sure, I use the silver to go and unlock that area, but if I look at our storage box, though, I could easily just grab a whole lot more money and buy another space. Because I mean, these things are filling up. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining. Alright, well, chat. Yep, 11 o'clock. We're going to call it a night here. This has been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying this game. I'll be interested to see if I can find anybody that wants to play it in multiplayer with me. Let's take a quick look. Let's see. Let's see which one of my friends is on. Oh, alright. We'll go visit Robots. They are working on their build in Shrouded. So, alright, chat. Y'all have a great night, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great night.
The drunken dragon.